Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final live session of the Growveg Challenge. I'm your host, Chineye, the social media manager of Leverage Seeds Limited. And we have here with us today our awesome guest speaker, Dr. Richard, who is a crop production expert. So, Dr. Richard, please can you kindly introduce yourself to the viewers? Let them meet you.
Yeah, thank you, Chineye. As you have rightly mentioned, you got my name correctly. Richard Olayiwola is my name, and I offer several years of experience in crop research that cuts across various crops, cereals, legumes, and vegetables and fruits that are actually the center of our discussion for today. So I'm one of the Growveg challenge instructors and also the chief scientist at Leverage Seeds.
Thank you so much, sir. It's lovely. It's a pleasure having you here with us tonight. So I'm going to just tell our viewers that please stay tuned. They're going to be learning so much from Dr. Richard this evening. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comment section, and he will answer all your questions as we go along with the live session. So, Dr. Richard, can you kindly share with us what inspired you to be a Growveg instructor?
Yeah, thank you for this question. The first point is as a group, we believe that Africa really can feed herself, and to feed yourself, to produce, optimally, there's need for knowledge, knowledge integration, knowledge transfer, and this is what Growveg Challenge offers us to do. From our several years of study, collaboration with other international team members, we felt we could bring some of these things back home. Then it's important to train our people, to tell our people that there's real profitability if done well in crop production, particularly in vegetable production. So when we had the discussion, it was no brainer that I want to be a part of it and really to give it my best. That it's something we believe would be massive support for food production and then to ensure cash flow in the country. So basically, to integrate knowledge, transfer knowledge, and for future development. Those are three key reasons why I joined to be a part of this challenge.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure our viewers are excited that you're one of the Growveg instructors and they're looking forward to learning from you as an expert. So, sir, can you, is it possible for you to share with us how to extend the shelf life and storage duration of freshly harvested vegetables?
Yeah, thank you, Chineye. It's very possible, but before then, let's talk about why do you even need to increase shelf life? Why do you want to increase storage? The key thing is vegetables and fruits are, of course, are sold fresh. Yes, there are other markets for dry ones, but majorly fresh. And if you are selling fresh produce, you don't sell most often than not directly from the farm. So it's got to be transported, taken to other areas. You may also need to wait for your potential buyers or prospective buyers, people you have planned that you will sell to. So it's important to keep this produce in the best form available, so much so that you don't have so much difference from what was harvested from the field and what you are selling. Because there's premium price if you sell quality. So this is why storage and the longest shelf life is important. So the key things I'll be showing our participants and that they will learn from us is that post-harvest handling and harvest, and when you are moving your produce out of your field and to wherever you're going to store it is very important because you don't want bruises, you don't want damages. All of this reduce quality. It not only reduce quality, it also invites if you like, I use word spoilers. I mean insects and other diseases that can come in. Even if you harvested healthy fruits or healthy produce, but if it's got damaged or bruised, then you've allowed pathogens to begin to grow up in there. The insects can actually come. Then you can have a whole rot. So good handling is first. Another part is that in storage, you need to control the environment, of course, depending on what's available. So the key thing is you don't want high temperature. You want to moderate humidity because when it becomes too high, then you also give chance for more pathogens to grow, and that can also come down to rot. So the key thing is good handling at harvest, at post-harvest, and in storage, a very cool environment to ensure that the produce remains as fresh as possible. All of this will be on offer, and there are several techniques to control oxygen, carbon dioxide, and all sorts, so that you don't have too much of metabolic activities. It's looking like too much stuff now, but in your crop. The key thing is preserve as much as possible what you've harvested, so that there's no more difference in what you're harvesting and what you're selling to keep you going in the market.
Thank you so much, Dr. Richard. Thank you so much. I'm sure our viewers have picked one tip or the other on how to extend the shelf life and storage duration of your vegetable. So, Dr. Abidemi, you're welcome. Thank you for encouraging us. Mr. Tunde, you're also welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Then we have Aleji Rachel. You're also welcome. Thank you for following. Oche, thank God. Thank you so much for the encouragement. Please, if you have any questions, don't forget to drop it in the comment section, and Dr. Richard will answer them as the live session goes on. Thank you once again for joining all our viewers. So, Dr. Richard, back to you. How will participants are looking for what is in store for them during this challenge? So, is it possible for participants to eventually, at the end of the online training, is it possible that eventually they get opportunity to work full time with Leverage Fresh Limited?
Yeah, thank you again for this question. You know, when we were putting this program together, it was part of what we talked about and really deliberated upon that, okay, if you have so much confidence in your training, then you should also be able to have the confidence to absorb some of the persons that you would have trained. So we're looking at is that, yes, it's possibility, it's highly possible, but also dependent on the participants. So the key thing here is that the top participants, those who have been able to replicate what they have learned, and then they show that in results, like the top two, male, one female, would have the opportunity to be a part of us as supervisors. But it's up to them eventually. It's not like we are saying once we have trained them, then you must work for us. No, it's up to them, because training is for them to be competitive. But if you also want to be a part of us, and we'll be also happy that some of them will be doing this next time we are doing, not necessarily us, coming forward just to give some tips. We're happy that they will be a part. So it's a possibility. So you're not only trained, it's also an opportunity to also get some means of livelihood in terms of job opportunities. Highly possible.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you once again. Olayiwola, hello, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, Dr. Richard, before we move on to the next question I have for you, we have a question from Victor. He asks, will participants be given access to seeds, fertilizers, and other items for the 3 months practical?
Thank you, Victor. Yes, that is it. Because it's a complete package, because we don't want to leave you to whatever you learn the stuff, the things we have on offer to teach, and then guide our participants the kind of seeds, the kind of management practice required, and all of this input together to actually make them get results. So they're not on their own. Not on their own. We are with them all step right through the way. So the answer is yes.
You, sir. Yep. Thank you so much, Victor. I hope you've gotten the answer to your question. And to all of you, feel free to drop in your questions, and Dr. Richard will answer them as we go on. So, Doctor, the next question I have for you here is about the brand ambassador, which has been advertised on the flyer, and we've seen it online. So, can you walk us through how the brand ambassador role works, and what are the benefits attached to it?
So yeah, thank you. The brand ambassador bit is of course looks like of course an offshoot. One of the advantages of being part of this program or challenge, as we put it. Earlier, you asked if participants could become staff members, and I said yes. So the route to becoming a staff member is actually first being an ambassador. And again, you are only an ambassador if you have been able to, of course, showcase what you have learned. I mean, you've given good results. I mean, proven that you understood what you have learned, and then you've been able to replicate, all that were on offer during the training. So the top two participants, again, male and female, of course, becomes the ambassador. What do they do? Everything they can offer in terms of their knowledge of vegetable production will be brought to bear light. The global world will see it, because on a various platform, all of the activities will be shown on our newsletters. We call them brand ambassadors. So they go about talking about level fresh, and their knowledge that they know too is also open to people. So what does it give to them? It gives them this coverage. There's this not chasing clout now, but really showing the knowledge they've got, and then people get to know them more, and it gives more opportunities, even beyond leverage. So it's more like you have a platform where you can just easily promote whatever you know, promote your knowledge, promote your chances, and then you become more competitive. So what this ambassadors bit is about. Now, it's not just about that alone. There's also this valued incentive, about 300,000 naira that will be given in terms of value to support these ambassadors all the way. So all of the activities, for example, you might have a little farm somewhere. We come there, do some covering of your activities, and put that on social media for you, and then people get to know what you're doing. That, in a way, can also create market for these ambassadors.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you, sir. So once again, I want to welcome VC Akintayo. Thank you for the encouragement. Awiti, also welcome. Thank you. Awiti is connecting with us from Ghana. Wow. Thank you for joining us this evening. Yeah, your comment is recognized. And please, if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. Then Joy, also, you're also welcome. Good evening to you as well. And Victor is appreciating you, Doctor, for the response to his question that you answered earlier. Thank you so much, Victor. Dr. Bidemi, thank you so much for the encouragement as well. We also have Sheriff William. Sheriff William, you're welcome. Thank you for connecting with us this evening. We have Mr. Tunde as well. Thank you for connecting with us. Ido, thank you. Thank you for connecting. And please stay tuned. There's so much more you can learn. And remember to drop your comments as well. Sharon, you're also welcome. We look forward to seeing more comments and questions from you. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. So back to you, Dr. Richard. The next question I would love to ask you is to kindly share tips. Everybody wants to be part of the top 10 or even the top outstanding 2. And they're looking forward to tips that you can share with them to make them stand out in this competition. So kindly share some tips for the participants on how they can optimize fertilizer application during this online training, and how they can also optimize nutrient management during their vegetable production, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Again, because I'm a practical farmer, I first want to take us back to why do you want to optimize? Why is it important? Why do you want to optimize your fertilizer application, or as you put it, nutrient management? For 2 key reasons. You want to ensure that whatever you put in, you actually get. So there's something we call conversion ratio, and it has to do with efficiency. But you don't expect too young a plant to be efficient if you have not studied the best time to apply. So 2 kits I'll be using: timely application and the accurate rate, using the correct doses at every point in time. I mentioned earlier that we've done a lot of studies to know critical requirements of vegetable crops at various times. So this is where this comes to bear. You don't want to, because, say for instance, maybe a tomato plant requires, say, about 100 to 120 kg nitrogen all through the growth life. Then you don't come to give the whole 120 on the day of planting. You don't do that. Because if you did that, of course, you would have invested so much more that you require for the entire crop life, but you don't get the result. So this optimization comes in, knowing when to apply and how to apply. And also because of labor, you also need to also combine some other activities together with you applying. For instance, if you also want to like irrigate, you can actually make that fertigation so that as you put in water, you are also applying your fertilizer. So at different times. So the key thing here is you ensure you don't lose money. You put in your fertilizer, and then of course you get value. So there are different nutrients that you apply at a particular time. I mean, you can get nitrogen from different sources, but there are ones that we have tested and say that okay, this gives better value, particularly in vegetable production. So all of these are what we have on offer for our participants as the programs the program go on. So key thing I want them to pick from nutrient management and optimization is you don't just apply blanket. There are best times to give particular nutrient to your crop. For instance, the kind of nutrient care you give when your plant is flowering. It's not the same thing as what you give when it's just producing the leaves. So all this critical period, we have been able to outline which element, which nutrient is important, and this is where management comes in. Like I mentioned earlier, we have a schedule already through the crop life where you can apply what and at every point in time. We even have a schedule to show what you can use as substitutes if, for instance, you don't have a particular brand in your area. So much more locked in for our participants to really show them in this area.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. This is a very insightful tip, and I'm sure everyone who is viewing is taking notes and they also adapt the same advice from you into their vegetable production. So, Sherry, you're welcome. Samuel, you're welcome as well. Thank you for joining us. Marvin, you're also welcome. I love that you're gaining value from this. Please let us feel free to drop a comment and ask our questions, and Dr. Richard will answer them as time goes on. So thank you again, Thank you, Mr. Adibayo, for joining as well. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dr. Richard. Looking at the fact that people are going to send in reports at the end of the online training. So can you discuss the importance of record keeping and data tracking for the participants during this vegetable production? What is the importance of keeping records and keeping track of data during the vegetable production side?
Thank you very much, Chinenye. You know, I mentioned earlier that the force, or if you like, the power behind this program is to ensure that we really can feed ourselves, you know. And it's then important that we do things the right way to actually get optimal result. And not only, I just step a bit. I mean, leaving a corporation aside, whatever you do in life, you don't want to repeat same mistake, and then you actually want to like chronicle things as they happen, because when you have records and you're able to keep data, what does it do? You can go back. Okay, what did I have here? What could I have done better? If there's no record, then just there's no basis for comparing or for having opportunity to improve on anything. And this also comes down to in production. Record the kind of you keep not just what is happening on your field, also weather report. You want to understand the temperature on a particular day, you could have little weather station. In fact, these days every Android phone has the accurate weather software and then so much so that you could understand what humidity is on a particular day, temperature on a particular day. You could even forecast just having that on your phone. So all these records are quite important because this guides your value towards production. You want to know the best time to actually seed. You want to know the best time that, okay, how do I plan to reach the market? You don't want to do your crop when nobody's buying after you've harvested. So all of this comes from record keeping. It also keeps you in the market, keeps your head above competitors, because you just must understand market survey to really get some result. And all this comes from what? From record keeping. So what does it do? You have records today. You can know, oh, what did I do wrong that last time? Okay, I can change this. So opportunity to correct yourself, opportunity to actually get to the market, opportunity to produce optimally. Why record keeping is quite important. And we have a dedicated day for record keeping and techniques around it. And you might think it's the big job. No, it's not big. It's as simple. It's on the go. Just on your phone, just have a note and say this happened today, and then we have and then you are home. Just have a catalog, and this can then be used for future reference, decision making, and then all in all to get better value as we go. All of this will be available and will be made known to our participants as the program progresses.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Doctor. Abiola, you're welcome. And we have a question from Mabi Onoha. She says she wants to know the time frame of the 20 days training and how many hours per day, and from what time to what time will the training be? From what time to what time can we know how to plan towards the program? She wants to know the time frame for the 20 days training and how long it's going to take, sir.
Yeah, very good question. Thank you. So the key thing is, yes, we are inviting you to participate in a program. We don't want to stop your life. We are not saying stop whatever you are doing and then begin to find a way to key. No. So what we are doing is that we have recorded session so that it's going to be at your own pace. So you have sessions that you can access. So maybe after doing your normal job you do, you just get time to follow up with the sessions. But I understand it should be about like 2-hour sessions. We have loads of that will be made available to participants, and then you can just follow at your own pace. So you don't it's not going to be like a live session, because it will be difficult. I mean, if you're on job, we don't want you to stop your life because you want to learn another technique, because that of course might be another way of fencing some people off. So to accommodate more persons, you are going to have resources that will be available to you, at your own pace. You just follow it on. So that will not be a problem. Planning yourself is not a problem. The only plan you need is to get the time to look through the materials.
Mavi, I hope your question has been answered. Thank you so much, Dr. Richard. Now I'm asking you one more question, sir. So we know we have so many people who are viewing this live session and have been following us right from day one to this point. And there are so many people, or some of them, who are still not yet decided on whether or not to participate in the Growveg challenge. So as a professional in this field, sir, can you give an advice for those who are still being indecisive about registering for the Growveg challenge 1.0?
Yeah, thank you very much. The key thing is, if one is still like foot dragging, my news is that agriculture is profitable. It's one business you go into. I was sharing a report with a friend who's in the US. I told him, if you put in 1 naira into agriculture and you do it correctly, you are certain of getting nothing less than 2 naira. So you always break even and then make your profit. Because just look at it. One seed goes down and then you have several seeds. From one fruit you harvest say 200 seeds, and then you have more fruits there. So that tells you that you grow less, you of course you can get more. So it's exponential. The profit is there. It's exponential. So it's profitable. But to get this profit, you must do it the right way. So agriculture is profitable, yes. Corporation is profitable, yes, but you must do it the right way. So if you know it's profitable and then you want to do it the right way, you just have to be a part of it. Grab the knowledge. So you need not food, right? Just come on board. There's no saying, and that's why we have also have this production package that will show participants to show the global trend of how much people make it in agriculture. So much money. But the more you know, the more you know, the more you can control your environment, the more you can the more you can manage nutrients, the more you can ensure efficiency. Then of course that also increase how much you can get. So knowledge is important, and this is what we are offering here. The key thing actually is that what we're offering is some level of empowerment. I mean, from years of experience, years of research. Just put them together, and then we just giving them out that way to empower people. So I encourage viewers, I encourage other members to key into this, and it's a lifetime thing. I mean, it's not it's you don't need to leave your current job. Like I said, it's quite flexible. You could do whatever you want to do during the day, and then come back and just follow the pace of what you have. I mean, access to it online and watch, and then you note what you have learned, and this can be used continuously. So you even you could play a plan for retirement. So it's a lifetime knowledge. It's not like okay, I've known this now, then it won't be useful tomorrow. No, that's not agriculture. Once you understand the technique, it goes on with you. You could even, of course, be a trainer yourself. Sometimes you could even replicate something like this later in the future. So the opportunities, the incentive of being of participating far outweighs not being a member.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that wonderful advice. So, viewers, I'm sure we've all listening to Dr. Richard, and we can see that being a participant in this challenge is not just about the money you're winning. It's more of like or less as an investment, and you should be looking at the long-term benefits you gain from this. You won't see any other opportunity like this, and you have access to a long lifetime learning. Whatever you learn here today is very good. It's going to have a very long and impactful experience. It's going to be one that you will never forget. You have access to experts who are um, crop scientists and experts in crop production. So there's so much in this Growveg challenge. So if you're still indecisive, now is the time for you to act. As it's still 35,000 naira for registration, which is subsidized, way subsidized. This is what you pay people in huge sum to learn, but it's brought to you here now at a subsidized amount, and you have access to experts who are willing to train you. So if you're still indecisive, now is the time for you to register. And if you have any questions, please, now is the opportunity for you to ask them before we end the live session. So does anyone have any other question for us this evening? Okay, in the absence of none, we've come to the end of the live session and the final live session for the Growveg Challenge 1.0. Thank you, Dr. Richard, for joining us this evening. It is a pleasure having you this evening, and we are grateful to you for all the questions answered, the advice, the tips shared, and I know that our viewers are going to use this in their crop production. And thank you all our viewers for joining us right from day one to today. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your questions as well. Please feel free to reach out to Dr. Bidemi at any time, and he will help you on how you can register or participate and be a part of the Growveg Challenge. So it was wonderful and lovely having us during this live session. And thank you all for joining. Goodbye, and see you next time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks.